the Faceless Void and the Ember Spirit, they don't really care about Razor. It's not really a hero that you care about. You can just jump away from him if he links you, either the Faceless Void or the Ember. So in that sense, the Razor doesn't necessarily have a great purpose, but I feel like this Razor is more so just to bully the Underlord in the lane. We're gonna see how that actually, like, how it works out if he actually does bully the Underlord, but I feel like the pick is just there to kind of shut down the Underlord, because the Underlord is needed to buy like Greaves, maybe Crimson or Solar Crest, etc., to kind of buff up his allies. And yeah, if he has a rough time, then NIP might just run away with the game.
Exactly. You can't underrate the importance of the items that Underlord's going to build, because when I do look at the other heroes, the choice of word I'd use is flimsy. All right, like if Nip so much as coughs in the direction of these heroes with like, the Slardar and then a Deso and a TA, they're gonna just disappear.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, TA with the melt damage and the Deso on top of amp targets. I mean, that's some, I don't know, minus 20, 25, 30 armor, whatever, depending on Slardar's level here. I remember like back in the day, I mean, Amplify used to be, I think it was like 5, 8, and maybe 12 minus armor, or if it was, I don't know, like, I
It
mean,
was
the
a lot more
scaling was,
reasonable.
it was way, yeah, it was very different. But now it's 10 on level 1, 10, 15, 20. It's crazy. And also now with the level 20 talent of extra -4 armor. So
That's true. And then also, like, compare Slardar then to now, right? I feel like it's I don't want to say it's stronger, because obviously back in those days Slardar's had the strong points, but it's a lot more reliable now, right? You've basically got 2 stuns. You can charge up the Bash of the Deep, go in, tap them, then have the Slithering Crush. It's double the CC.
yeah, and it actually does look like they're gonna play it as a Slardar IO lane and the Razor Earth Spirit for now, at least, unless Ares. No, Ares gonna stick around in the top lane. I think this is a pretty nice maneuver kind of for them there. Just instead of playing like double melee and double range lane, they're just gonna switch it up. And generally, I feel like a combination of having one melee and one range usually works best. Um, just the harass trade, etc. Like how it works. Like you want to have one tanky guy and one guy just dealing some damage. Also, just helping the Slaughter out so he can sustain in this lane and maybe even bully the Void.
Yeah, it also allows you to dodge this IO versus Underlord situation, right? Where 2 heroes are almost always going to get hit by the Firestorm.
Yeah, and we do see Charlie. He's just kind of like running down the Underlord, and Era's just gonna beat into this Underlord. This is once again one of those lanes where I do hope that the Earth Spirit at some
Uh,
point, I hope he gets this Orb of Venom.
I don't know if I usually expect an Ember to be this lot. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, he had to Fairy Fire that. That's not the start an Ember Spirit's looking for against the level 1 TA.
No, definitely not. Already there using his regen, and doesn't really have that much to show for it just yet.
No. Like, how do you see this lane matching up? Like, right now, is it just a case of Supremes playing these first waves very well? Or do we usually expect an Ember to be bullied this hard?
No, I think Supreme is just playing the lane well, or maybe Natty stakes, but yeah, I don't expect it to be this TA favorite this early on. Of course, like the early levels are kind of in a sense where TA has the advantage, because when you get this level 3 Flame Guard, it becomes really difficult for you to man up on the Ember. Just the damage from the Flame Guard is just too much.
Yeah, it's kind of that
Uh,
race, right? Because, well, TA doesn't have any magical damage, and so you'll keep your Flame Guard up, but at the same time, you're taking the full damage of the TA
yeah, which is quite a lot. So
as he's learning. Another
yeah,
self.
Natty is sending out a lot of regen here, and I mean this is gonna cost him. I mean, if you look at the net worth, he is actually, oh, and he gets hit by that one too.
Oh,
He's in trouble here.
I mean,
He's
credit to
almost bottom.
Supreme. Jesus. He's going to be
A bit
praying
of
to
a
exactly that.
deep.
Oh, my. Like, right now, how hard are you trying to stay composed as that? You're like, every time, every single goddamn hit is a side blade.
No, I mean, right now you're feeling very bad if you're Ember. You're sending out once again another salve. And, I mean, you gotta make sure that doesn't get cancelled, because
Right now, that
you
query
are
is going to
struggling.
arrive. And he's going to like, do you want to subscribe to save 10% on these salves? I'll just keep bringing them out for you.
Yeah, and you can see Supreme. He just takes the high ground and just chilling.
It's like there's a very noticeable difference between these two, and it's the fact that Supreme's just gonna have a passive salve at this rate, whereas Natty, they're very active. Let's maybe look elsewhere. Let's look for an upside here, because that mid lane for Empire is a rough start. And as I talk about that, top is not looking much better. Slashlow one hit would bring him down, and Charlie does get the first blood. Does die instantly afterwards, though, and Seiyu is the benefactor of the XP gain.
Yeah, at the same time, you don't. I think it's fine for a Razor to die there after you get this kill. You know, it's like just a free trip back to base.
Need more bot. I'm noticing a recurring pattern as I click between these lanes, Pajkatt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what is it?
I think the red heroes they're looking more scary, as in dire side.
They're doing quite well in their lanes, is it?
And what was it you said in the draft? Was it something about that being very scary for Empire?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, NIP have this lineup that when it comes online, I would say around like what 15-20 minutes. I think there's a chance that Empire can just fall apart there due to the overwhelming amount of damage. And Empire, and the chains don't connect on Supreme.
I mean, he did have a stick and a fairy fire, so probably not a kill.
He probably survives. It's just unfortunate.
Yeah, that's definitely the case. And that's just kind of the story of the lane of phase so far for Natty. At least you better get Bounty Rune and just refill up. But yeah, you can already feel this Ember's a little bit on the defensive. Maybe it switches around a bit at 6, but I think the way it switches around is him rotating to a different lane, right?
Yeah, probably. You don't want to sit in this mid lane forever. You just, I mean, like what he's doing now is like just stacking some small camp. You take the XP that you can get from the mid lane if you're already there. Otherwise, he might just get hit by this trap right now. And
he's still enough 6 as well. Another trap's going to go down. Yep, they even glyph it. Natty, the splash is good enough. Supreme already just establishing that lead in the mid lane if it wasn't already obvious.
Yeah, that kill is going to mean quite a lot there. Now the TA, she's gonna get 7 before Ruby gets 6. And this Ember is just gonna have to play catch up for quite a long time here.
And then if it's not the Ember, like where's your solace in this? Because we already said the Underlord, kind of the obvious item builder, but he's not having a good time. Like, I guess you have good combos with the Chrono early on.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing for this Underlord is, yeah, sure, he did go down once, but if you look at the CS, he's actually ahead of the Razor when it comes to CS. So the Firestorm kind of working out for him there, just pushing waves. Even though you don't have a lot of damage, you can still get some creeps with that Firestorm.
We'll say did yoink the DD, but will die for it. And the other support on the side Empire goes down as well, and Lightless is already being pressured by Saberlight.
Yeah, and Misha's just gonna use herself to heal them both up. And yeah, I mean, Empire just getting very heavily pressured in all 3 lanes right now.
It's getting worse. Slashlow being chased down. He has no mana. He's got a Mango and a TP in 5, but with Era here as well, there's no way out but to die.
Yeah, this early laning stage not looking very good here for Empire so far.
No, you ever get that feeling like Nip were tired of waiting all this time?
Down in the bottom lane.
There's a kill in
trouble here. He is dead.
That is a state which many people in Empire are assuming right now.
And this is also scary because this means the Slaughter is gonna get to 6 so much faster than Void, and when that happens, the Void just can't sit in the lane anymore. It's just gonna be too susceptible, too vulnerable to just getting stunned up and ran down.
Yeah. And let's look at the bright sides right now. I mean, Natty's got some pretty cool cosmetics, right?
Lightless? He does actually just jump in, so...
Oh god. Oh god, no.
A top spot here.
Oh, nice lift from Say to save the day. And he'll salve up. The problem is that someone else must pay the blood tax. And it looks like Say might be that one. Unless Root comes in, Misha being brought low. He's going to split up from Saberlight. Says go. They rotated 4 heroes for this. That's a thumbs up.
Yeah, I mean, you rotate 4 heroes to kill this position 5 Wisp that doesn't have any items. And appear just gonna, they just shake it off and they don't really care. And you look at the net worth difference for this TA and Ember. The TA is at 8 minutes, almost doubling the Ember now. almost completing this first Mithril Hammer on top of the already Treads, Wand, Lightstone, etc. So
And 2 full health levels ahead as well. Now he actually no.
might even start chasing this.
That was not the move. Maybe a remnant away to escape, but now the chrono bait. He did trap Ember in here as well, and Templar Assassin's got refraction in 2 seconds with the haste still running. That's that's a questionable move, and that's
Lightless,
a questionable death.
after the TA.
Oh my lordy lordy.
I mean, he's making this game so difficult for Empire, and also what you saw happen there was that the Void canceled the port of Ember there, so he doesn't get to go home with a TP, and he has to run back all the way to base. And meanwhile, Supreme is just gonna keep farming, and Eknard
Farming creeps
might
or
be in
heroes?
trouble here. Just heroes and creeps. I mean, it's all the same. They're both free game.
One's just a bigger
TA.
creep at this point for him.
I mean, one is a creep that gives more gold, right?
Well, it depends. If you kill them too much, they're worth next to nothing. It's like milking a cow. When you start seeing blood come out, stop.
Oh
But in
my.
this case, when blood comes out, I mean, that's kind of par for the course, is you are murdering poor, innocent heroes.
Yeah, and Slaughter now with the 6. They already took out the tower in bottom lane. Now they're just looking
Roll
to
in.
get active here.
Connect.
In the lane.
Why have a solo
Silence
kill when
onto
you can have a
Ember.
double? That's a very short remnant. He's got 2 in the chamber, though, so he'll be able to move away. I'm not sure what the plan now is, though. They just kind of have to watch as Ninjas and Pajamas look to take this tier 1 tower. They found Io. A lot of
They are
root
gonna
control,
get Ninja here. They managed to cancel that.
but there's the
Tether.
price. He bought back on Io, so they want to fully commit to the fight. Now he has to move away to the remnant. Did have it sitting defensive. It's just about able to get away, but... This is kind of the ridiculous part. Usually you'd be like, Faceless Void is at least farming, but because of the value Nip are finding as 5 around this mid area, I don't think they care.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Stabilize.
no amount of farm that can kind of make
Stun.
up for what's happening right now.
I was trying to keep him alive. It's not good enough, though. Now he is out of remnants, but he's able to stand his ground. Era's trying to dish out the damage, but the Ice Blast through is going to end his life. And Supreme, they ping him. They know. I'm not really sure what his grand plan was here. Io reload. There it is. Good save from Misha.
Yeah, he should be fine. He could just port back to mid, and he could just abandon this
Return the
IO.
favor.
They did lose the IO now twice. I mean, this is a dieback, so
They even get him.
it's
He has
gonna
got
be
10
kind of
for
sad
9,
about that. But
anything for Supreme, though.
anything for Supreme. Yeah, I mean, Supreme is just about to finish up this Deso. Once he gets the Deso, I mean, they could just go into Roche. And meanwhile, all this is happening. Charlie's just sitting in the top lane and just farm.
Credit where credit's you. Lightless was doing the same in the bot lane. And it's getting him closer to this Midas, but it's not going to be a quick one.
Yeah, this is one of those games where, you know, you gotta ask yourself, is Midas really the right choice? Playing this the slow game it does look quite scary, at least from my point of view here. When NIP are running at you with such a lead, you might have to think about ways to fight back, you know, sooner rather than later.
Yeah, it does feel extremely greedy. I mean, at least you have all this natural damage to throw in out of spells when it comes to the Chronos, and they're looking to use their Chronos. Lightless is involved in this smoke movement by Empire.
I sense a connection between us.
And they're going deep.
The
They
Chrono is
assume
ready.
someone's in the triangle.
They're gonna look for this TA here, and this could be a pretty big catch if they find him here.
Supreme did get the refraction up, so they should have the damage. The Ice Blast is flying through now. They'll get him low enough. The refraction isn't good enough to keep him up.
Yeah, this is gonna be some nice farm here. I mean, they cleared the big camp there, the stack. They're even gonna look to take out some of these ancients, so TA won't have as big of a stack when she gets back. So nice pick up there for Empire. At least recognizing, you know, like what they need to do to get back into this game.
And also, you see the Deso, right? So there's no chance of a cheeky play over Deso reveal now for the TA. They're aware of that item being on the board. The real question is, how quickly can Saberlight get this blink? We're killing Eknar much quicker. The cold feet did come out. He's trying for this kill alone. With the reload in, they have the damage, and all of a sudden, Natty needs to leave. Charlie is here.
Yeah, he's just gonna bring the Razor back.
Him on top.
And Era finds a solo kill onto the Duke.
Yep. And they're not done. They're kind of baiting them out here because you got the IO kill, but look at the wraparound. They decide against it, though. They're like, well, Underlord's pretty tanky at this stage.
Yeah, they might just go into the Roche. There is a trap, though, in there from the Rubik, so they know that this is going on. This could be potentially a big kind of turnaround if they can get any numbers here, but nah, it doesn't look like it.
No, it's awkward, right? Like, Slardar is just one of those heroes. There's so much water around this area, and he moves so quick across it with drums as well.
Yeah, they kind of need to refresh the amp there. Yeah, now the minus armor there on Roche just... It's gonna be too much minus armor. Maybe potentially you could try to go for like a steal here if you're Ember.
Remnant in. Ice Blast is coming through, but Supreme gets the Aegis. Saberlight might tick down, though. The problem is that Statchler is also going to pay the ultimate price as they stay on top of him. There's something so cocky about Razor when he's tethered to someone, right? Like the way he kind of faces them. Like, look, I can just walk backwards.
He's just dancing all over the place.
They do at least slow down the Blink Dagger for Saberlight a bit by getting that kill. He's still 1,000 gold away, but now with the Aegis in the hands of Supreme, he's not really a viable kill anymore. Unless he's in your fountain. I'm not sure how he ends up there. Maybe he forgets he's on the dire side of the map.
Yeah, I mean, Supreme also now looking to get this Blink Dagger, just 200 gold short. And they're also looking for the Blink Dagger on Slardar, who he did go for the drums early on, so he padded his stats a little bit. Now looking to get this Blink. And I mean, once they get these two items, I mean, this is what I was talking about before the game, but that's when the NIP draft becomes very, very scary.
Oh, that was the Chrono, yeah. For the Earth Spirit, which they don't even kill. And
yeah, they're probably gonna get the IO here.
Nope.
They won't even actually get the IO.
He reload from the low ground. Well played by Misha. I think you just now have to completely back up. Like, you don't have the means to fight anymore. Rolling from error. He wants to start the fight. Gets the ball smash out on the two. Slatcho's linked to. He does throw out his roots to try and break away, but Charlie's trying to move forward quicker. They might get error, but has he done enough work before he goes down is the real question. Time walk away by Lightless. It looks like they're out. So error biting off more than he could chew.
The lack of stuns there kind of biting them a little bit. The fact also like the Slaughter is not there. He's still trying to finish his Blink Dagger. He's now some 300 gold away. Yeah, I mean, TA is going to have the dagger sent out right now, and then once Slaughter gets the dagger, it's going to be go time.
Yeah, that just felt like one of those cocky moments, right? Like when you're a past 4 and you're like, oh, I survived the Chrono. I can do anything. And inevitably, 9 times out of 10, that is not the case. Saberlight, that was a little bit unexpected from that. He mistimed on the Searing Chains, didn't get the root. Even then, I think that's a very hard kill.
Yeah, the Slaughter is he's kind of tanky. Faces Void though.
He's in trouble. Roland's going to be there, and then they're going to have the chain stun to keep him locked on the spot. With the roll through again, he has no chance to escape from these two.
Oh, and Saberlight actually timed that perfectly with like holding on to the stun. So he could get to bash twice and then using the stun, and then he got the last stun off right before the Void could jump away. So good execution there from Saberlight. Now the Blink Dagger is flying out to him. And yeah, this game is looking very tough for Empire at this point.
Well, and this tower's life is about to get tough as well as Supreme still has a DD for a little bit. I don't think there's going to be any attempt from Empire to defend this. This is the appeasement state again. Just play away from... away from mid. They're going to try and play into Charlie, but he's so tanky right now. He doesn't care about the damage. Supreme moves in. Mistimes out a little bit, but does get a little bit of a slow out on the Slatch. They're going to chase forward now with the corrosive haze onto him. He's going to be brought down. The stun is out to Seiyu, and he's also dead. And you can already see the rest of Empire have already left. That's a big nope.
Yeah, I mean, there's just no way at this point for Empire to actually fight back. They do not have enough HP. They don't have enough damage. They just... There's not much you can do. You just need to... Whenever you see NIP heroes, you just need to run. You can only fight around this Chronosphere right now. And hopefully after, like, once the Aegis is gone from the TA, maybe you can get this Chrono onto the TA and try to bring her down. Like, that's pretty much the only way you can win fights. If you manage to kill her.
You definitely need to make something happen as soon as that Aegis is out of the hands of the TA though, right? Otherwise, very quickly, this bubble of danger bubble safety rather, turns into a bubble of danger for you.
Yeah, definitely. TA also getting closer to that BKB a bit too quickly here for the liking of Empire.
Yeah, I mean, where's your damage when she's magic immune? Even in a chrono, like, unless you get her before she presses BKB, it's
And
an
that is
impossible
also
kill.
in case the IO does not actually manage to just save whoever is in the
Exactly.
chrono.
And then you have to remember, like, the way that you kind of commit as Empire when you're in, other than Ember, in this game you're in. Usually I give a Faceless Void the benefit of the doubt of being able to escape, but the mobility on Ninjas and Pajamas is way too superior.
Yeah, with both the blinks on the Slaughter and the TA, it's quite hard to escape.
Maybe even for Ember. They see him with the trap. And there we go. Close, but no cigar. Quick fingers from Natty. Does free up a push on top, though, because they've revealed 2 in the bot lane, and it looks like Ninjas in Pajamas now no longer having that Aegis. They're just going to calm down and let Empire have something. They're going to give them some sessions here.
They might give up this tower top. You know, there's no real need to actually go and fight this. Yeah, you could say that, sure, you know, you saw what happened in the last fight, but this would be a fight where there's no Aegis on the TA. And so if you go in there and start losing heroes, you know, it just seems stupid when you could just wait for the BKB on TA, and then at that point it's just gonna be pretty much impossible for Empire to kill this TA.
It's been that TA. A little bit closer to death than maybe Supreme realized, as they actually did have a ward giving vision on him, but the smoke won't connect. Saberlight may be a more realistic kill, but the vision they've got set up down here is going to make it nigh on impossible. You feel
Yeah, and it's gonna be BKB now on the Razor. Slaughter also queuing up that BKB, just like
They're trying to deal with him, but Razor's already in. He's split up the fight a lot here. Seiyu has his go step to move away. Eknark trying to escape. The Yules comes out into Rubik, so he's going to be left behind. And they're not done. They're hunting for more. The stun control is good. Oh, erase the Underlord and turn around for the Ember as well. And you really wish you had a Chrono for this fight, but Lightless was nowhere to be found.
Yeah, and even if he was around, I mean, like, where are you gonna have this damage coming from? You know, the BKB Razor, you're not killing this hero, and also like the IO just saving there. The TA when he was getting into just even a small amount of trouble there, and also now there's the BKB flying out for the TA. Slaughter only a recipe away from his, so
And
looking
this
like
is
a difficult game for
most
Empire.
definitely. I was gonna say, this is feeling like one of those games where you can't go, oh man, well, Empire can wait out these BKBs. Like, this map is closing way too fast.
Yeah, I mean, even since like the 6, 7, 8 minute mark when they started diving this mid tier 1, NIP have just been trying to close this map for Empire. Hero.
He could roll this one off. He actually waited on the roll, so as a result, he should be going down. They just need one more tap. An in, Cold Feet comes out, and he should be showering. But if he's going to live, yes, got the use. No, he doesn't go for it. He needed to get out of the fast on first, and now he does just about secure that kill.
Yeah, they do find the Earth Spirit, but in the meantime, they're still actually just losing out on gold just from the fact that Charlie and Supreme are farming. So, and they're bringing these numbers to these fights.
They have to, though, right? Like, you can't bring anything less than 5 because Nip are so far ahead.
Yeah, you definitely need to bring numbers if you want to have a chance of taking any sort of fight. And we can see NIP, they're just chilling. They're hiding a little bit because there's a lot of Empire heroes off the map, but they see someone picks up this Invis rune,
And more
Supreme already,
importantly, Ninjas and Pajamas have a big objective in mind. Roche is back
I mean,
up.
look at this. Look at the difference in net worth between this TA and Ember. He's pretty much doubling the Ember at 22-minute mark. I mean, that's crazy.
This is how I like to see these TA drafts, right? Like, we talk about the idea that POS 2 is the real POS 1. Like, there's so much to support here. Charlie is just this damage absorber that breaks up the fight, and they're going to break up the Team Empire as they look to try and bring down Lightless, but he has got the Chrono. He's holding on to it, though, because he got hit by the static link. He can't fight. Meanwhile, on the side, Saberlight has been caught. Slashlow's was able to burn him down with the assistance of Natty, and it looks like Say will fall to the Magnetized from Arrow. They're trying to just TP out of this, but the damage is way too high. Slashlow is gone, and even without Saberlight, they could easily just turn around and now take Roche.
Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit longer because of the fact that amp, but I mean, this Roche is it's gonna go bye-bye pretty quickly anyways.
Yeah, when you say a little bit, that wasn't like some drastic exaggeration. It's really teensy tiny bit slower.
Yeah, and Razor is now queuing up an AC, so even more minus armor added up. Already existing. I mean, was it 8 from the meld? It's another 6, so that's 14 from the TA. An additional 15 from the Slardar, that's 29, and then with the AC another 5. Is it?
Yep.
Minus 34 armor, and then minus 44 once Slardar reaches level 20.
I'm just imagining completely clothless individuals being shot in the face by a shotgun. That's the best way I can kind of define what you just described in terms of minus armor.
Minus 44 armor is definitely not something to scoff at.
Especially seeing as this is the type of game where the TA could take the extra meld armor.
Orb of Destruction. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
of
meld
course.
armor reduction. That's 47 and 50. That's 50.
Let's see how much they can get out of the light list. He has got the Chrono. He's looking for an opportunity, but AA is already gone. And Supreme will stand and fight. The Chrono goes down, but this is only the first life. You don't really have the damage to deal with Razor, but you have to try. And there's the IO to save the day with the heals coming out. The BKB gets activated. They move in. And this is looking like the final moments of Empire. I don't know if they're going to hang in here much longer. That was their big combo opportunity. They get rid of an Aegis, but that's going to be it. Yeah, you find a kill and an Earth for it, but look at Saberlight. Just unleashed in your base. He doesn't have a care in the world. Charlie being brought low, but eats the cheese. Slashlow is going to fall. And Chaser fall for more. They do see Seiyu. He's got the Ghost Scepter to protect him. And Supreme has gone a little bit too deep this time. And they did at least get a steal in the Corrosive Haze. So maybe if they had a true right clicker right now, they could actually use that. A big ask. This is right now, Nip are sheepdogs. An Empire of the sheep trying to break out of the pen.
Yeah, they're not doing all too well at breaking out of that pen.
No, this is...
I mean, they managed to get the Aegis, but that's at the cost of a Chrono. And yeah, now the T is just getting very close now to this Hex. AC gets completed on Razor. Slardar is going to finish his BKB now, so he most likely won't be dying as easily in these fights anymore. Also with that extra 275 health from the talent. They have their eyes on Egnard. You, my friend, might be in trouble.
Seiyu. Ghost Scepter stay alive. Supreme doesn't give a damn though. He's going to move in. He has got his BKB. Should probably activate it about now, but he tries to stand fight. There it is. BKB comes out. Ice Blast through. The damage is already done, and they've lost AA and Faceless Void. The stun control on the Slashlow will stop him from allowing other people to escape with him. But it looks like Empire get the rest of their heroes out, but it doesn't matter. They go, okay, that's it. GG. It's been going this way for almost as long as the game has actually been active. But, yeah, very comfortable game one.
Yeah, I mean, just starting with that mid matchup, the TA was already smacking the Ember so hard, and it just, I mean, they just like put the foot on the gas from minute 1, and just they never kind of let up. And Empire just, yeah, I mean, they didn't really stand a chance in I mean, we can't even say any portion of the game because the game didn't reach past, I don't know, early mid-game,
yeah,
whatever you want to call it.
I mean, I think, like, basically the best way to summarize this is Supreme's laning phase was just a preview to the main show, right? Like, there wasn't a moment where you felt a hard slip up.
If you uncheck all the heroes' net worths and then you just take a look at the TA versus Ember and you just